Assalamu alaikum. May Allah's peace, mercy, blessings on you. Welcome to a new episode where we will talk about today at-tasamuh, forgiveness. What Allah Almighty said about forgiveness. Allah says in many places in Quran, and specifically Allah says, وَلْيَعْفُوا وَلْيَصْفَحُوا أَلَا تُحِبُّونَ أَنْ يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ, that let them forgive and pardon. Don't you want that Allah Almighty to forgive you? So it is very important for all of us, especially we are living in this world. We are engaged with people at work, we are engaged with people outside in our business, with our family, spouses, children and kids and everyone. The element of forgiveness is very important in Islam. Allah Almighty, as I said, He said we should forgive and pardon. We should try our best to forget and pardon. And I will share with you a story that is wonderful and we should take lesson from it. Once upon a time, two young men bringing one old man to the court, and they said to the judge that this man, he killed our father, and we want you to apply the rules and regulations of Islam on this man, which is, of course, he killed someone, so as a penalty he should be killed. What happened? The judge or the ruler at that time, he said, what you say? So he said, yes, what these two young men are saying or claiming, it's true. Their father, he killed one of my camel. He hit one of my camel with a big stone and he killed that camel. And the only reason my camel, it was eating from the grass and it went inside this man's house and it started eating from their farm. So the man got angry and he hit a big rock on that camel, so the camel died. And this camel was wonderful and most beloved camel to me. So I got angry. I took the same stone and I threw it on the father's face or this man's face and he died. And these two young boys, they caught me and they are bringing me here. So the ruler says, well, if you're saying that and if you're agreeing or what you're saying that you killed that man, we have to kill you and we have to apply the rules and regulations on you. He said, just give me 3 days. I will go and I will get some money and keep it with my family members. I have small kids so they can carry on their life. Otherwise they will die because they don't have anything to eat. So the ruler said, okay, but who will guarantee you? So the man start looking at everywhere, left and right, and people are surrounding these, this incident. And he randomly point out on someone and he said, this man will guarantee me. So the ruler looked at this person and he said, will you be the responsible and the guarantor for this man? And he said, yes. He said, be careful, because if he run away and if he will not come after 3 days, we will catch you and we will apply the rule on you. And he said, no problem. So this man went all the way. So the first day passed, the second day passed, the third day people are gathered and they are afraid that this person will not come back and this man who was the guarantor, he will be dying. So what happened? Just before the sunset, the ending the day, this man is coming and running. And he said, oh ruler, I'm here. You can apply the rules and regulations on me. So the guy came and he stood up in front of that ruler. The ruler was little shocked and surprised. He said, what make you come back? And you have 3 days, you can just collect your money and get your family members and flee wherever you want to flee. What happened? He said, no, because the time I point out on someone randomly, he was able to be my guarantor. I don't want people to say anymore that there is no trust anymore in people's heart. So I came back. I want to fulfill my word. And then the ruler looked at this man and he said, what make you to be the guarantor of this person that you don't know? The man said, well, I don't want people to say that there is no brotherhood anymore in people's heart. So just because he pointed out on me, I was willing to be his guarantor without knowing the consequences. While seeing all this thing going on, the two young men, what they said, "O ruler, we don't want you to apply any rules and regulation on this man. We want to forgive him. We want to pardon on this man. We don't want anything because of what he did to our father." So the ruler was really shocked, and he said, "How come now you waited for 3 days, but now you want to forgive him? You want to just pardon him? What happened?" He said, after seeing all this, that the first man is saying that, I don't want people to say that there's no any more trust within the people. The second man saying, I don't want people to say that there's no any more brotherhood in people's heart. We don't want people to say that there's no any more forgiveness and pardon in the people's heart. So for the sake of Allah, we want to pardon and forgive this man, and by that everyone was happy. And this is the true story. Imagine if you apply this forgiveness rule and formula in your community, in your society, within your family members, and whatsoever that you are doing. Someone is a little harsh on you, forgive him for the sake of Allah. Someone did something bad to you, forgive him for the sake of Allah. Someone really treated you in a bad manner, someone he spoke to you in a bad way, someone he did a lot of things to you. What is the best solution? Just to forgive these people for the sake of Allah. Because the more you forgive, Allah Almighty will forgive you. The more you pardon, Allah Almighty will pardon you. And Allah Almighty said it clearly, as I said at the beginning, وَلْيَعْفُوا وَلْيَصْفَحُوا أَلَا تُحِبُّونَ أَنْ يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. Let them forgive and let them pardon. Don't you want that Allah Almighty forgive you? Indeed, we want Allah Almighty to forgive us. Indeed, Allah Almighty, we need Him to pardon us for our shortcomings, for our negligence, for things that we do every day on daily basis, towards Allah Almighty. So, if we want Allah Almighty to forgive us and pardon us, at the same time, we want other to forgive us, and we want to forgive other people. We want to pardon other people. We don't want to just pull every single bad thing in our heart and keep dumping into our heart. And what will happen after that? Your heart, your soul will be diseased. It will full of disease. Because why? Because you hate that person. You don't like that person because he did something to you. You don't like this manager. You don't like that staff because always they are against you. The more simple thing is, you just forgive and be in rest, and Allah Almighty will forgive you. By that, we are end with our episode, and we hope to see you in the next segment. So stay with us.